During labor, you need access to different pelvis positioning to help the baby move through. So this is opening the pelvic inlet, which helps the baby engage. This is opening the mid pelvis with side-to-side motions. And then last, you need to be able to open the pelvic outlet, which makes more space between the sits bones and gets the coccyx out of the way for the pushing stage. So all of the moves in this video just work on pelvic mobility to help you be able to find that during labor. So these rock backs are knees out, ankles in, inhale back, exhale as you come forward. You can do the same with knees in, ankles out, working on a little more of the pelvic outlet. You won't be able to rock back as far with these. Then you can do rock backs playing with pelvic tuck or pelvic anterior tilt. So switching back and forth, just getting the pelvis moving in different directions. Again, inhale back, exhale up. Then we have some side-to-side rocks, which are great for opening the side body and again, getting some pelvic movement, side-to-side movement. Next, we have adductor rock backs with thoracic rotation. So you're gonna inhale as you rock back, exhale up, inhale as you open the chest, exhale as the hand comes back down. Inhale back, inhale as you rotate up. Then we have side lunges. You can do these in this half kneeling position. Inhale as you go down, relaxing your pelvic floor. Exhale as you come up. You can also do them standing with your foot on something. This is a great hip flexor stretch, but also side opener. So you're going to inhale as you stretch into it, exhale as you come back. The side sitting is great for hip mobility, but then if you get a reach over, you'll get a real good stretch in the side and you can breathe into that. You can also do many of these moves with the support of a stability ball. So here's the rock backs with knees out, ankles in, and then the rock back with knees in, ankles out. And this is a great position to be in to do the lateral lunges as well. Inhale out, exhale back up. You can use a wall to practice some pelvic movement. So here I'm just doing an anterior pelvic tilt and a posterior pelvic tilt, trying to move just your pelvis and not so much of your back. You can do lateral lunges, but it's more of a hip shift where you keep your foot and knee pointing straight at the wall as you shift in, feeling a stretch in your back pocket. So inhale back, exhale, come up. For this movement, you're going to rotate your pelvis. So one knee is going to come forward, other leg is straight. You're reaching back, feeling a stretch in your bum. Then you're going to tuck your pelvis, reach your arm over. You should feel a good stretch all down the side of your body, but also in the back of your hip. You're going to stay here and breathe, inhaling, focusing on breathing into the area where you feel a stretch. Now I'm rotating to the opposite side. So rotate the pelvis, one knee bends and comes forward, other leg stays straight, pushing your bum back straight behind you, tuck, reach your arm over, feel that stretch, and take some inhales in this position, like 3 to 6. You can also do this in a reciprocating motion. It's really similar positioning, but you're just rocking side to side. Getting a good stretch along each side, feeling your pelvis move, feeling some space open up in the back. Now for this movement, you're gonna lean against the wall, you're gonna tuck your hips and press your low back into the wall, and then you're actually gonna hold up and support your baby and take some breaths in this position, holding the baby in kind of a different position in your pelvis. And then we've got inversion breathing. So slowly come down to the ground, get a support person if you need, hands down first, then come to your elbows. You want to have your hips over your shoulders as much as possible. Don't worry if it doesn't look exactly like this, just get your booty up in the air. And you're just going to take 3 to 4 long breaths in this position. And after you make it through those breaths, you're going to slowly come up onto one hand and then the other. You're slowly going to come up on one hand and then the other, lean back, find some support on the bench, and then you're going to stay tall kneeling on this bench, tuck your hips into pelvic tilt, support your baby, and stay here for 3 breaths before you get off. Again, use a support person for this if you need extra help. And then last, I'm just going to show you if you're sitting around on a birth ball, you can work on pelvic tilt. So tucking your pelvis, anterior pelvic tilt. You can also work on rolling your hips, just getting your pelvis moving in different positions. Go one way, then the other. You don't have to do this all this time. You can just do a few rotations if you're just sitting around. And then something else you can do is some hip shifting on the ball. So one knee is going to go forward as the other knee is pulling back. You're just kind of moving that pelvis side to side